right, welcome back to Good Morning Kenya. We're still talking about matters politics and taking a look at what we have generally in 360. Mheshimiwa Ruku, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Mbeere North, how is the constituency doing?
Mbeere North is good. We are trying all the best to ensure we serve the people.
Yes.
With diligence, with honesty, with humility, very important. And also situations which are very difficult, we have to empathize with the people, because we have quite a number of difficult situations which you may not be able to intervene to help as a leader, but one of the great leaders said, a leader is a trainer of hope, Napoleon. And therefore we have to continuously give people hope where we are not able to offer concrete solutions. But generally, we have to continue serving people. And me, as a member of parliament from Mbeere North, I'm committed in serving the people of Mbeere North with humility, with commitment, with dedication, and always to give hope that the lives of the people of Mbeere North will be much better than they are. The life is at the moment. You had a 1-month recess. Did you also have a recess, or for you, kazi kama kawaida? It's a lot of engagement and work during the recess. The only difference is that we don't go to the house. But generally, there is a lot of committee work. There is a lot of planning involved in, for instance, when it comes to implementation of CDF project, requires a lot of planning to be undertaken. So generally, it's a lot of work, whether we are in session or not. That is what has been happening. Too much committee work. For instance, we are investigating the work of WorldCoin activities in Kenya, or what we call the tools of humanity. It's a lot of work to discuss those activities with different agencies, government agencies. So too much work. But we thank Kenyans for giving us this opportunity. And we have to fulfill our mandate given by the people as per the Constitution, and of course ensuring the values which are enshrined in our Constitution, Article 10, we adhere to the national values of leadership. So we are committed in ensuring we are going to move this nation forward in the right direction in our small ways of contribution. All right. I'll come back to that. We took a look at the front page of the Daily Nation. I'll get back to that shortly. But let me take you through the front page of the Standard newspaper. Why Chiloba was shown the door. Why Chiloba was shown the door. The story says that Communications Authority of Kenya boss Ezra Chiloba thrown out of after he was sucked into a multi-million shillings staff mortgage scandal exposed in a board audit, which has also sucked in Secretary to the Cabinet Mercy Wanjau during her time as CA Acting Director General. That is the story on page 6 and page 7. Why Chiloba was shown the door. I beg your pardon. Audit blames suspended CA boss of overvaluation of property worth by around 64.47%, resulting in a mortgage of 25 million shillings instead of approved 16,720,000. Ezra Chiloba accused of clearing exiting staff without reviewing their mortgages, causing the authority a financial exposure of 28.8 million shillings. That is the front page of the Standard newspaper. Again, alarm as July's money supply fails by 419 billion shillings. We discussed that here. It's because of liquidity, lack of money in the pocket, and that in circulation in the banks. As far as that is concerned, so let's take a look at that story. Why Chiloba was shown the door. You can take a look at that story on page 6 and page 7. But Mheshimiwa Ruku, let me just get back to you in for the sake of fairness. 4 days of hell. This is in 2010, marking
10 years since the Westgate Mall attack. Probably, what can I just remember? After that, we've discussed that with Sosion, and our security system, we have to get to ourselves that we've grown the leaps and bounds to where we are today. 10 years later, Westgate attack.
Terrorism is a threat to, it's a crime against humanity.
Yes.
It's a crime against humanity, which every nation in the world has a jurisdiction on such kind of crimes, as far as international law is concerned. And it's a real threat to any nation in the world. And we thank our security apparatus or our security forces who are taking care of internal and external security of this nation for the work they are doing. And it doesn't mean that because we have not had a major terrorist attack for a number of years now, that there are no attempts. Attempts are there every single day. It's only that we have proper, very hard-working security forces which are ensuring that we have a safe nation. We are not getting these kind of attacks as we used to get in the previous years. So any crime against humanity is a crime which should be condemned by any person. You don't need to be a leader to condemn such kind of crime. And we hope that it will never happen, and we encourage our security forces to continue upping up their game to ensure Kenyans are safe, all corners of this country, from all borders, whether it is in Mandera or in Ramu or in Nairobi or in Kisumu, wherever it is. They have to continue serving Kenyans with dedication, serving the nation with dedication and commitment. And we surely thank for their service.
Right. Because
without them, these grenade attacks or terrorism attack will be everywhere. Because attempts are real. It is, these terrorists are planning every single day, or now they can attack this country. And not only this country, many countries in the world. So we have to continue supporting our security forces.
What does this really point to our foreign policy? From the previous regimes to the current one, the president right now is in New York. What does that really mean to our foreign policy as a country?
The foreign policy of this nation has not changed much from the time of the Kenyatta, the Mzee, to Moi, to Kibaki, to Uhuru, to the current president. Actually, some of us, as members of parliament, we are in support of changing the foreign policy of this country. But foreign policy is not, you don't wake up tomorrow and you change.
Yes.
We more or less say traditional customs of a nation. And traditional customs of a nation, they bring up a foreign policy. The way the nations have interacted within the community of nations or at the diplomatic levels. So the foreign policy of this country has not changed much, and I don't think it's going to change a lot, though personally I advocate more activities of the military. Our Kenyan military should be more active within the region. And probably within the region and in Africa. And we should involve military in the economic plan of the nation, because most of the nations which have developed, probably over 80%, they have incorporated military as in part of their economic plan. It is a risky thing, but also it's something which can be managed properly. So I don't see foreign policy of this nation changing. Kenya has very good cordial relation with most of the nations, United States of America, with the UK, with most of the European nations. We saw yesterday the president was meeting with the president of Ukraine, and you know what is happening in Ukraine. The other day, the Foreign Affairs Minister of Russia was here in State House, and bilateral discussions with Russia. And yesterday, the President was in a meeting with the President of Ukraine. So it tells you that Kenya does not interfere with internal affairs of any nation in the world. And Kenya respects the statehood or sovereignty of any nation out there. And that's why Kenya has resisted all attempt or all urge, I don't know what I may call it, persuasion to get more involved, let's say, in Somalia, get more involved in DRC, get more involved in South Sudan.
What Sosion said here.
It has resisted. It has infested it has infested in peace talks or peacekeeping in Congo, but it doesn't interfere with internal politics or internal affairs of Democratic Republic of Congo. Kenya has hosted many South Sudanese here, leaders, and at the moment we have huge population. It has invested in peace talks of South Sudan, but it has never gotten into affairs of running the government or affairs of South Sudan. So that is a foreign policy we have as a nation, which respects the internal affairs of other nations, sovereignty of any country, which some of us think we should be a bit skewed, a bit tilted, but we have not been given that opportunity by the people of the Republic to say, this is the way. But for now, Kenya respects the sovereignty of any nation.
Very well.